Okay. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. We will have our student representative from Wilson, Browning. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said, did you? Okay. Let me start over again. Which, really, the Browning thing is right in front of me, honestly. So, Adam from Browning, would you like to lead us in the pledge?
Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We welcome those who are here for purposes of addressing the board at the proper time and in the order of their request. For those who have not already submitted a request, we have provided forms in the back of the room and also have additional copies here in the front at the Assistant Secretary's position. If you wish to speak during the meeting, please fill out a form indicating your name and the agenda item you wish to address. You may also make a request to give testimony on an item not listed for discussion today. However, full discussion on any items not listed on the agenda will have to be delayed until such a time as the item can be publicly posted in advance as a regular agenda item. If you wish to ask questions, please address them to the chair and not to individual members of the board or to the staff. The board has been meeting in closed session regarding matters listed on today's closed session agenda and wishes to report that no reportable actions were taken. Public hearing, we have none. Call for agenda items for separate action, adoption of the agenda.
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Approval of minutes.
Move approval. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Communications, we have 4 retirees we'd like to honor this evening. So we will start with Mrs. Kerr.
All right. Do you want to give directions, or would you like me to?
We have a packed house this evening. We have a large group of students, so we'd like to ask our retirees to keep their comments under the 3-minute guideline for all of our other speakers, if that's possible. So thank you in advance.
All right. Well, then there's that. And as
Yeah.
we call your name as retirees, if you could come to the podium, we're going to read a resolution about your remarkable service to our students here in the district. We'd ask that you come around and allow us to shake your hand, and you can head back to the podium and make said comments as referenced by our chair. So I would love to have Gail Hill come forward, please. She brought a cheering section. Welcome. Whereas Gail Hill is retiring after 38 years of dedicated service to the students of the Long Beach Unified School District, and whereas she has served the students of the district as a department head secondary teacher, department head elementary teacher, and elementary teacher at Nelson, Butler, and McKinley schools, and whereas she is described as the teacher every principal wants on staff because of the way she leads in a quiet manner, always focused on students and eager to be the first volunteer, all with a smile on her face. And whereas she uses effective teaching strategies, developing positive relationships with students, and demonstrating a mastery of teaching and learning, as evidenced by her ongoing use of data to drive her instructional decisions. And whereas she proved to be a strong and effective department chair through the years, whether facilitating professional development for online asset assessments in math, or undertaking the considerable task of organizing the participation of students in the science fair. And she has earned the lasting respect of students and colleagues who have appreciated her enduring devotion to her school and to her profession. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Long Beach Unified School District commends and expresses deep gratitude to Gail Hill for her significant and lasting contributions to the education of thousands of students.
Time flies when you're having fun. Seems like I just started. But I guess after 38 years, with such awesome principals, assistant principals, teachers, counselors, district staff, it's time for me to pass the torch on to others who are willing to take on the mission of educating our youth. So I would like to say thank you, Long Beach Unified School District, for such a awesome memorable 38 years. And so it's not goodbye, it's just, I'll see you later.
Oh, thank you. Dr. Williams.
Yes, is Mary Joyce Domingo here? Mary, you want to come up to the podium? Whereas Mary Joyce Domingo is retiring after 12 years of dedicated service to the students of the Long Beach Unified School District, and whereas she has served the students of the district as a secondary special education teacher at DeMille and Wilson schools, and whereas she cares deeply for her students and connects their learning to their prior knowledge, background, and life experiences, creating a positive, productive, and safe environment that helps students to achieve at higher levels. And whereas she carefully monitors students' individualized education programs, working with instructional aides to assist with lessons and assignments, using real-world tasks and encouraging students to push themselves as they prepare for their roles in society. And whereas she has successfully taught students who have severe disabilities by working hard for them every day and collaborating with administration and other colleagues to articulate and achieve student goals for learning. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Long Beach Unified School District commends and expresses deep gratitude to Mary Joyce Domingo for her significant and lasting contributions to the education of students. Mary Joyce, congratulations.
Thank you for your commitment to our kids.
Congratulations and thank you.
For 12 years, teaching students with moderate to severe disabilities. It's an honor. Always been an honor. Working with my staff, who are so patient with students, and learning how to deal with them. Each day is different, but each day teaching them is something like a great joy for me, because each time that they learn something, or they are able to speak, or they are able to write, it's something uncomparable joy. So thank you so much, Long Beach Unified School District, for giving me that trust. And I treasure this day for this, all the thank yous that you've given. It's my turn to say thank you to you.
Dr. Benitez.
Yes, is Evelyn Castillo here? I'd like to ask Evelyn to come up to the front. Thanks, Evelyn. So whereas Evelyn Castillo is retiring after 25 years of dedicated service to the students of Long Beach Unified School District, and whereas she has served the students of the district as a recreation leader, aide to educationally handicapped, instructional aide special elementary teacher, lead special education teacher, teacher on special assignment, and secondary special education teacher at Barton, Gant, Tucker, and Millikan schools. And whereas she is a dedicated, caring, and nurturing teacher of students who have special needs, and she consistently goes above and beyond to support each student's development according to their individualized education plans and education programs. And whereas she views her students' disabilities as opportunities to seek alternative ways to help them succeed in a classroom that is well organized and where students are well behaved, and her work to mainstream students has resulted in many positive outcomes. And whereas she has served as a collaborative leader for her special education team, she exudes fun and energy and is amazing to watch her students as they learn to respond to tasks and smile when they accomplish what they've been so skillfully guided to do. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Long Beach Unified School District commends and expresses deep gratitude to Evelyn Castillo for her significant and lasting contributions to the education of thousands of students.
It's booby trapped.
Yeah, it's camouflage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your good work.
Thank you.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
congratulations. Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Would you like to have a few words?
Oh, thank you.
I shouldn't have been so strict with my admonition. Mr. Meyer.
It's my pleasure to call Susan Slows forward, if you please. Susan's retiring after 29 years of dedicated service to the students of the Long Beach Unified School District. And whereas she's served the students of the district as a teacher at Hart and MacArthur Elementary Schools, and whereas she's a talented teacher, valued asset to her school's instructional team, and she consistently conveys and models her high experiences for accelerated students in terms of both behavior and achievement. And whereas she's given of her time to lead her grade level at as their representative and can be counted on as a team player who's conscientious and thorough. And whereas she's embraced her school's shared values for instruction, emphasizing learning targets, collaborative conversations, and she's participated in parent workshops presenting information on Common Core state standards, Smarter Balance state assessments, and her dedication to meeting the varied needs of students and their families. She will be missed. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Education of the Long Beach Unified School District commends and expresses deep gratitude to Susan Slows for her significant and lasting contributions to the education of thousands of students. Thank you very much, Susan.
Whoops.
Thank you, Susan, so much. That's for you.
not one for making long speeches, so no worries there. I can't believe this has come as fast as it has. Since I was a child, I wanted to teach, and I actually did reach that dream. And I just wanted to thank all of the principals I've worked for, the colleagues and the friends I've made in the district. We are a family, and especially to those who came out to celebrate with me today. So thank you very much.
So I think, following along in that vein, I'd like to have everybody stand who is here to support a teacher. I know we have principals here. I know we have coworkers and family. So if you're here to support a retiring teacher, please stand. Okay, thank you. It does take a lot of support, and it's always nice to acknowledge those teachers that have given so much of their time for our students. Next, we have the Long Beach College Promise Scholarship recipients. So at this time, I'd like to call up Dr. Kimberly Johnson or Dr. Jay Camarino.
Yes, ma'am.
Whichever doctor wants to come to the podium.
Thank you, Madam President, School Board Superintendent. If I can have these great students start to line up here with Dr. Johnson. They'll just follow her. She'll get you guys in line. And we want to congratulate these 24 students who are going to receive Promise scholarships. And as they line up, I'll give you a little bit of information. Superintendent Steinhauser, if you don't mind coming up, they'd love to shake your hand. They want to make sure they shake the person who helped start this all. Long Beach Unified School District, Cal State Long Beach, and Long Beach City College first committed to the Long Beach College Promise in 2008, extending the promise of a college education to every LBUSD student. The City of Long Beach and its mayor's office joined the initiative in 2014. Since its inception, the promise has served as a model for communities in California and across the nation to develop partnerships centered on student success. Elements of the promise include increased access to early childhood education, college tours for 4th and 5th graders, a middle school pledge by students and parents, commitment to college readiness, free tuition at Long Beach City College, and guaranteed admission to CSULB for qualifying students. The scholarship amounts of $50 to $250 were based upon the middle school's pledge completion rate by 6th through 8th graders. So right now I'm going to name the students. Yes. Sure. And we'll have, when you get your certificate and shake the superintendent's hands, we'll ask you to stand in front of the school board so we can take a picture. So we have Martin Tapia, Carly Burns, Annalisa Gomez. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Davian Roberts from Hoover. Joshua Ramirez from Hudson. Andy Lopez from Hughes. Michael Fernandez from Jefferson. Sorry. Thank you, Dr. Johnson, for this help. I appreciate it. It would be hard for me to do both, pass the certificates out, and yes. Jordan? Are we at Jordan? Jordan Caceres from Keller. Audrey Maris from Lindbergh. Marcela Martinez from Lindsay. Molly Marvin from Marshall. Isaias Perez from Muir, I'm sorry. Ariana Gonzalez from Newcomb. Geraldine Turan from Rogers. Thank you. This is Geraldine. Ava, are you next? Great. Ava from Stanford Middle School. Cynthia Donato from Stevens. I'm sorry, Ingrid Ruiz Garcia from Tincher. We have Cynthia Donato from Stevens. We want to thank all the students as they get ready for their picture with the board members. If you don't mind standing, please, for a picture. Thank you to parents. I know we have our principals here and all your support for our College Promise recipients. Don't move. You have a couple more pictures to go.
Jay, can I give you mine so you can take one from me? Sure.
Here we go. Parents, again, thank you for your support for all these students that are here. We wish them the best. And another round of applause for these great students. Congratulations.
Well, you are welcome to stay for the remainder of our meeting, or you can choose this opportunity to go and celebrate as scholarship recipients. Okay, the next item of business is public testimony on items listed on the agenda. We have nobody who wishes to speak at this time. Staff report, we have none. Public testimony on items not listed on the agenda. So we have no speakers, none. Okay, business items. Personnel, Dr. Williams.
Yes, Madam Chair. I have the personnel report prepared by our Deputy Superintendent of Education Services, Ruth Ashley, and approved by our Superintendent, Chris Steinhauser. I'll read the classified portion of the report first and the certificated portion next. There were 90 appointments, 10 leaves of absence, 5 resignations, 7 retirements. For the certificated portion, there were 21 appointments, 17 in-service changes, 5 leaves of absence, 3 resignations, and 9 retirements, and I move approval.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Declaration of need for fully qualified educators.
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Instruction?
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion? In the report, it looks like we have a new member to our CAC. I don't know if that new member is here this evening. Navdeep Johnson? Nope. Well, anyhow, congratulations. I mean, once we take the final vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Now, congratulations. Finance Report A.
Move approval.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? abstentions, passes 5-0. Finance Report B.
Yes, Madam Chair, I recuse myself from participation in Finance Report B. On the consent calendar, I have a potential financial interest under Government Code 1091 and 87100. My husband works for a subcontractor who has done work for these payees.
Move approval?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions?
I abstain.
Passes 4 with 1 abstaining. Business Department Report.
Move approval?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Purchasing and Contracts Report.
Move approval?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Other items, Mr. Superintendent? None. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, we have a resolution, and I'll have Mr. Meyer read that during the discussion part of our,
Thank you very much.
or now.
This resolution of the Board of Education is to recognize Teacher Appreciation Week. And these resolutions are always very well written, but I don't think it really expresses the heartfelt thanks and respect we all have for the hard work that our teachers do. So let it be known, one and all, that you do the world's best work, and none can compete against you in terms of the impact you make on this earth. Thank you, one and all. Whereas an informed, educated citizenry is the foundation for the success of our democracy, our economy, and America's future, and whereas thousands of dedicated teachers in the Long Beach Unified School District inspire, motivate, and mold the minds of our future workforce and leaders, and whereas no other profession touches the lives of so many individuals with such a profound and lasting impact, and whereas the effects of excellent teaching last a lifetime, grow in value through the years, and pay dividends far beyond the classroom in terms of quality of life, and whereas the Long Beach Unified School District regularly receives national and international recognition, thanks in large part to teachers who serve thousands of students in Long Beach, Lakewood, Signal Hill, and Avalon. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Long Beach Unified School District hereby proclaims May 6th to 10th as Teacher Appreciation Week and urges everyone to observe this week by taking time to remember and thank and honor those who devote their lives to giving the lasting gift of education to our students.
Thank you, Mr. Meyer.
Move approval?
Second.
Discussion?
Yes, actually, I was at the City of Long Beach's Economic Blueprint meeting last week, and one of the things that was highlighted in terms of the contributions that our teachers make to our local and regional economy is that the #1 occupation in Long Beach in terms of numbers is teacher. And you wouldn't think that, right? If you think about, who do we employ here as a city? Teacher is the #1 occupation in Long Beach, and in particular, elementary school teacher is the #1 occupation. So in terms of just immeasurable impact, Mr. Meyer, there's
Thank
an
you.
economic
That's
component
great.
to this
Yeah,
as well.
good point.
Okay. I have to say that my favorite line in the resolution is that there's no other profession that touches lives in such a lasting and profound way. I think that's my favorite line of that one. Okay, any further discussion?
I just want, well, it's more of an announcement, but I'll make it now. Because we're talking about teachers. Assemblymember O'Donnell every year honors teachers from throughout the Assembly District 70, which includes most of our district, if not all. So anybody out there would like to nominate one of those amazing teachers. We heard 4 inspiring stories tonight and different journeys with different students. So if there's someone you feel profoundly needs recognition, that the Assembly member does that every year and always honors many of our Long Beach teachers. So there's an opportunity for you to continue the honoring of teachers.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Very enthusiastically, I hope I can say that. Board Policy 3470, Debt Issuance and Management.
Move approval.
Second?
Discussion.
Yes. Dr. Takahashi, could you give a little background as to why we're doing this now?
Sure, so this proposed policy addresses state law, which indicates that for any district that issues debt after January 2017, that it have a debt policy in place. So this policy would address that requirement. We are intending to sell bonds in the 1920 school year. So this would be a requirement in advance of issuing those bonds.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Resolution 050119-B, intention to issue bonds in fiscal year 2019-2020, and requesting the Board of Supervisors of the County of Los Angeles to establish the tax rates for bonds of the district expected to be sold during fiscal year 2019-2020, and authorizing necessary actions in connection therewith.
Move approval.
Second?
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Passes 5-0. Report of board members. We will start with Adam. And I just have to explain once again, I think I made the mistake because what I saw was the letters SON in that color, which is very similar to a Wilson color. I just want to explain myself and apologize. There had to be some kind of reason I did that. But anyhow, we are all looking forward to your report.
I think you just made it worse, Madam Chairman.
Darn it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adam Guerra, and I am a sophomore from Richard D. Browning High School. I sit as a representative for Associated Student Body, ASB, School Site Council, SSC, and I am the vice president of our school's Careers Through Culinary Arts program, CCAP. Richard D. Browning is a small, comprehensive high school that's nearest to CSUOB in Signal Hill, California. Browning's mission is to prepare students for college and career readiness through hospitality, tourism, recreation, and culinary arts. As a Bison ASB representative, I've gotten the chance to speak on a student panel in a room filled with legislators throughout California, as well as being awarded the most inspirational student here at Browning. Tying in our hospitality pathway that we focus here at Browning, the 10th grade body was assigned a culminating project where we took an educational field trip to the Marriott and the Renaissance hotels, which is located in the heart of downtown Long Beach. I had the opportunity to observe the back of the house, the front of the house, the 7 deadly sins, and customer service, as well as how they practice delivering customer service in hotels. The week leading to spring break, my peers got the opportunity to travel abroad to France to get the full 360 on hospitality, tourism, recreation, and culinary arts. I chose to attend Browning for innumerable reasons. Browning seemed so compelling to me because I never heard of a high school in Long Beach Unified that offered such intriguing pathways. When I got accepted into Browning, I was like a kid walking into a candy shop. I was the happiest boy on earth. Being a Browning Bison is very important to me because I could leave a legacy. I could leave memories and create traditions that could last for decades, even centuries. Small schools like Browning are great because friendships are hard to come by, but having a small community at Browning creates a family-like culture and allows me to build strong and long-lasting relationships. The relationship that I developed at Browning are like no other. I made my lifelong friends. Here at Browning, no student is left out. Everyone hangs out with everyone, which is wondrous. Before Browning, I was not like the teen who I am today. I was sheepish. I did not participate in such school events like school dances and extracurricular activities. I am a completely different person as of today. My teachers played a major role in that. My teachers are superb. They are such wonderful human beings. They are so awe-inspiring that at times they sacrifice their free time to plan for our next lesson. Designing a curriculum of a two-year-old high school is not easy, but somehow they managed to pull it off. And I'd like to give special thanks to Dr. Anderson, my principal, for being all that she could be. She is my role model that I continuously look up to. She has a heart of gold. Dr. Anderson is a hardworking woman that wears lots of hats. You will always see Dr. Anderson engaging with her students, whether it will be before or after school, nutrition, or passing periods, and at lunch. Dr. Anderson, we are very fortunate to have you as our principal. Lastly, I'd like to thank Mr. Steinhauser and the Board of Education for their vision to create a school for such unique pathways, which are hospitality, tourism, recreation, and culinary arts. Thank you.
Well said, and we are very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Can you,
So Browning has prepared you guys a little treat. So it's called the Alton Browning. So it's granola that our chefs and our students prepared for you guys today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
I don't think mine will make it home. Okay.
I'm gonna throw Dr. Ashley under the bus. She already opened up hers.
And for that, you get to go next, Dr. Benitez.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Just two things to report on, Madam President. So at our last board meeting, actually none of us got to attend because we were here. Stevenson Elementary School had their STEAM art showcase with a focus on air, light, and water. And so I just want to give a big acknowledgement to them for the wonderful work that they're doing. They had over 100 artists showcased that night. You can check it out on Twitter. All of us retweeted that tweet. So just want to acknowledge the wonderful work that's going on there with Principal Maddox and teachers like Nika Rumian, the Arts Council of Long Beach, the Miller Foundation, and hopefully we can scale that work up, Superintendent Steinhauser, because they're doing wonderful work at that school. And then the second thing I wanted to also mention is we have currently going on here Long Beach a May Day March on behalf of workers and working families. So just in the spirit of solidarity with our working families, they're out there marching right now for all working families in Long Beach. So just wanted to highlight that as well.
Thank you. Mr. Meyer.
Thank you very much. One thing that our co-curricular sponsors and coaches do at our school sites is follow up with the students in the classroom to make sure that they're on target and doing a good job. And I want to applaud them for that. And recently we had some fabulous recognitions to that regard. The Polly's girls swim team won the CIF Southern Section Academic Award for the highest GPA as a team, 3.87. So kudos to the boys, or the Poly girls swim team. But 55 other Long Beach teams received recognition as well. The Bruins girls soccer team had the second best GPA. The Wilson boys and girls swimming teams both had the third best GPA. Cheer, boys volleyball, girls water polo, boys wrestling teams at Wilson had the fifth best GPA. The Polly's boys golf team was the only other area program to finish in the top 5 with the 4 best GPAs. So nice going, coaches, for following up with our students in the classroom. That's what it's all about, success on the field, in the gym floor, in the water, wherever they are. But thank you for your hard work on academic success.
Good job, Mr. Meyer. Okay, Mrs. Kerr.
yes, just a couple of things. Thank you, Mr. Meyer, for always talking about Poly Swim girls. So that's exciting as a mom of an alum. I just want to shout out the 562.org because that organization, which covers local sports, mainly our high school and college teams, but other local sports like no other, in depth. They tell our kids stories, but the reason we know that 55 of our teams were highlighted for their academic achievement is because that organization is committed to telling those stories. So to Mike Artabascio and JJ Fiddler and everyone involved, I think I see someone from the 562.org in the back. Thank you for continuing to tell those stories so that our community knows not only about our scholars, but our athletes together and that they're great kids. The only other thing I wanted to shout out is it was spring break last week, and so the streets of Long Beach are definitely move at a different pace during summer and spring break, and things seem calm, and we know that it was a big buildup to getting this break. So just another reminder that as we head back to school, to parents and caregivers and people who are watching kids and taking them to and from school, if you could please, please, please follow the traffic laws, drive safely. I can't tell you the number of times I get contacted by people who live in the neighborhoods around schools. This morning I was sent 2 more videos of kids, running across streets in front of cars to get to their parents who are waiting at the other side. While I understand we are all in a hurry, this is a big issue around 86 school sites, 2 to 3 times a day across the city. So if you are responsible for getting folks to and from school safely, if you could remember to obey all of the traffic laws, myself included, that take the extra 10 seconds or 1 minute to park farther away and walk for the benefit of all of our kids.
Thank you. That's an important reminder. Dr. Williams.
Yes, but before I get started, I didn't hear what the planning for the young man in terms of what he's going to do after.
Well, I
High
think he's
school
only a
visit?
sophomore,
He's only a
right?
sophomore.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got
he's a
2 more years?
Yeah.
Well, he can talk about that. I'm just kidding. Just a couple of things. Attended a Sunday night, the NAACP Long Beach chapter had their education forum, and they had speakers from the various colleges, UC campus, CSU, LBCC, and Cal State Long Beach, and spoke about the prevailing issues in education, including access, costs, the level of student preparation, and a lot of important information that they disseminated relative to the policies that were in place there. And they also talk about how important it was for students to be prepared for college and a number of issues in that area. And one of the speakers was our own superintendent, Chris Steinhauser. Excellent forum on education by all of the leaders. And also attended the Long Beach City College Center for Community and Industry Partnership. Diana was also there. And this program is patterned somewhat after our Long Beach Call, where finding jobs for college students, whether they be paid or unpaid internships. And we had a number of dignitaries there, including the mayor who spoke, our executive director of the port, Mario Cordero, and business leaders from across the city, all in discussing the need for opportunities for our students. And last but not least, I want to again just thank Ray and his staff for the excellent work they do, meeting in, meeting out, of being able to tape the board meetings and get this information out to our communities so that they are aware of what Long Beach Unified School District is doing. Thank you guys very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Williams.
And ladies.
And
Thank you, John, for that clarification.
Yeah. Okay, I have no report this evening, so we will move to the superintendent's report.
Just a few items. Adam, if you're interested in continuing your studies in hospitality, tourism, and recreation, San Francisco State University has an outstanding program. I know that firsthand because that's where my daughter went to school. So give me a call if you want to follow up on that one.
Thank you.
So also this Saturday there's lots of events going on. There's the Robo Bowl, the 5th Robo Bowl. If you haven't gone to a Robo Bowl, you need to go see the Robo Bowl. It's fascinating. We also have Long Beach Unified folks, Dr. Baker and others, who are going to be at the University of Southern California presenting on how so many of our schools are being recognized for closing the achievement gap through a program with Innovate Schools. Also, starting next week, 15,000 youngsters are going to start taking AP tests, so say a lot of prayers for them. They're stressed out at the moment. But I do want to say thank you to all the teachers in our district and the administrators and staff. All of us get the opportunity to go to these quarterly meetings and these quarterly presentations. And we get visitors all the time. We've had visitors from Riverside, we're getting visitors from Tulsa, we've had them from Omaha, in other districts, and they're always amazed at how hard our people work each and every day. Our teachers, as you well said, Adam, go above and beyond, as well as all of our staff members, to serve our young people. analyzing data and stuff, and just, I know that Dr. Baker had the same experience that I had today. She was at Lakewood, I was at Milliken. But just to see the commitment and the dedication that our staffs have to do whatever they can to move the mountains for our young people so you can achieve your dreams, it's pretty remarkable. And I would put us up against any other district, and I think that's one reason we had 10 high schools hit the ranks of the U.S. News and World Report. For example, CAMS was number 5 in the state, number 14 in the nation. McBride is number 129 in the state. This is excellent work, so everyone should be very proud.
Thank you. Do we have any other announcements?
Yes, one announcement, Madam President. So in line with our Long Beach Promise scholarship recipients, we have our 4th annual Long Beach College Promise Mail Summit on May 24th at Long Beach City College at the Hall of Champions from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay. Any other announcements?
Again, thank you so much for the granolas. Appreciate it.
Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone.